Not at all.
Unbelievable. I'm telling you, Alex Jones and folks who've been looking at this with a microscope are going to have a field day Monday morning. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks, George.
All right, we're going to continue now. We're going to have open lines, and let's see what you think about this story or whatever else you want to talk about here on Coast to Coast AM. Jim, you start us, truck driving in Connecticut. Hi, Jim.
George, I want to know what vessel they use for this. He stole off my thunder. I was talking to Tom, right? Now,
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, having a body, put it in a glass case like Leonard's in. We need to have forensics look at it. I want to see the body.
Well, that's the whole thing. I want to see the body, too. And it's gone. Apparently it's gone. Now, we may see pictures over the next few days, I would think. But, on a story that has been so important to all of us, it's been almost 10 years since this tragedy occurred. And on this program, we have talked for years about Osama bin Laden. You heard Doug Hagman earlier talk about the fact that he thought he was dead a long time ago. Almost every person that we have talked about 9/11 on this program has offered their own advice about Osama bin Laden. Are the videotapes real? Are the audio releases really his voice? Where is he? Why can't we find him? How'd we let him go? And I've got to tell you, as somebody in my entire life, I was 19 years old when I started in this business. I've been in it a very long time. These are some of the strangest days I have ever witnessed in my life. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing. As Jesse Ventura was saying on this program a few weeks ago, either these people are the biggest idiots in the world, or there's something else going on. And I cannot believe that they are that stupid. Surely they knew that everybody on this planet wanted to see the body of Osama bin Laden. And now he's gone. Makes no sense. Michael in Washington, it's your turn. Hey, Michael.
Hi, George.
Hi.
I've been listening to your show for about 20 years, since I was 7 years old. I actually came across Art Bell when I was in. I was scared one night, and I was putting my head underneath the sheets, and I had a little radio, and I tuned into Art Bell. I don't think that helped me at all, but anyway, I had a question about a paranormal experience.
Sure.
About 7 years ago, I was living in Holland, and I at night I didn't have any electricity because the building was old and the electricity went out, and then my landlord was shyster and didn't turn it on for a long time. And these lights kept appearing to me in my bedroom, flashing lights. It would streak across the room and light up the room, either blue or green or sometimes white. And I immediately just thought I was losing my mind. And then one night, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were walking in a park at night, and she and I started seeing the lights, and they were really spectacular and like fireworks almost. And I thought I was losing my mind, so I didn't say anything. I was trying to ignore it. But then my girlfriend was acting really scared, and she said, I hadn't mentioned anything, and she said, we have to leave right now. We have to get out of here. And I said, why? And she said that she's seeing all these lights and everything. So then that made me feel, oh, great, I'm not losing my mind. But then it made me think,
that's the good part about all of that. Hey, Michael, we're at the break right now. We're going to be back in just a moment with more calls and open lines, reaction to this very strange story now that Osama bin Laden, shot by U.S. Special Forces, has already been buried at sea. The body's gone. Okay, welcome back to more Open Lines here on Coast to Coast AM. I'm George Norrie. Let's go to Cincinnati, Ohio, east of the Rockies. Anthony, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Norrie. How are you?
I'm okay. I hope you are too.
I'm doing great. Long-time listener, love the show. I just wanted to ask you if you think maybe this might have something to do with maybe a future staged terror attack similar to 9/11.
You know what? I'm at a point right now, Anthony, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I've been waiting for you, I've noticed on almost every major news station they've been saying they've been upping, like, the police presence in case there's another attack. It's like almost like they're telling everybody without telling them almost, like, there might be an attack, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Get ready. Keep everybody on edge again. I mean, it just, the whole thing is as bizarre as it gets. Look, I was a believer that Osama bin Laden was tucked away somewhere around Afghanistan or Pakistan, but we knew where he was, and for whatever reason, we just never went to get him. One of the reasons why, he used to be an asset, and I just figured they didn't want to do anything. The fact now that they would do this, go in, kill him, and then dump the body in the sea. You know what? I don't know if President Barack Obama right now is asleep or not. It's about 4:30 in the morning, 4:40 in the morning over there in Washington, D.C. He may not even know about this. Who knows? What a awakening he's going to get if they tell him, oh, Mr. President, the body of Osama bin Laden, it's gone. It's been dumped in the sea. How would he feel about that? Unless he knows, of course. Let's go to Hercules, California. Matthew, it's your turn on Coast to Coast. Hi, Matthew.
Hey, George, Coast Insider. I've talked to you before, and
yes.
Synchronicity again. If I hadn't talked to you, I don't even know if I'd been able to sleep anymore. I was in a restaurant. Well, this is about the bin Laden thing. I was in a restaurant, and they announced it, and everybody, this was a big restaurant, everybody stood up, started cheering, started hugging each other. So outside of the Coast audience and family and other people that are aware, I think that this is going to become solidified, and it's going to be truth. When I was checking out the news clips waiting, like the previous caller said, all the clips say, Obama, if you believe in peace, you'll accept that we caught bin Laden. It's already been accepted by the media, so it's going to be accepted by the masses. And I know the Coast family is with me when we're listening, and we're skeptical because we have every right to be. And that was
well, the mainstream media at this point, Matthew, they are not even questioning this burial at sea. They're just reporting it as fact. I think one news outlet said the conspiracy theorists are going to have a field day with this one.
But it's going to be accepted by the masses. And I would like to say I listen every night. I listen to at work. I listen to the previous nights, and then I listen to one Coast from back in time too. So I get the whole scope. And I'm not sure if it was a year or a little bit within, but you did have a news segment guest on who mentioned, that Osama bin Laden was hiding out in a Pakistan mansion. I don't know which guest this was, but this was on Coast, and I just want to say Jesse Ventura was on a couple weeks ago, and he said he wants to see proof from the American people before he goes and puts his neck on the line for us. Well, I make $10 an hour, and I'm out making shirts that on the front says Ventura Paul 2012, and on the back it says Paul Ventura, because he said they were going to flip a coin to see
who wins. Yeah. Good.
So it's a disturbing world, and this is my only outlet.
Let me ask you this, Matthew. Let me ask you this question. The fact that they have buried Osama bin Laden at sea, assuming that's true, and I have no reason to believe it isn't, how do you feel about that? And what does that make you think?
Oh, it is perfect timing. They've had this all planned out. I think the birther, this revelation here, it's all systematic. Whether or not he's on the know doesn't matter, but the people that are pulling the strings know exactly, because I think this is what happened. Birth certificate, they're going to eventually prove that he wasn't born here, but because he was adopted, they're going to say, now he is a citizen of us. And then in return, he will say, now I was not born here, but I am welcomed by the United States, all the countries in the world. I think he's going to be used to usher in the New World Order. They're going to do an unprecedented, because this has never happened before, a president, his situation. So they're going to accept it, they're going to acknowledge it and say that he is an American at heart, and he's going to use it to bring all of us into one world government. And right before I got on the line with you, my cell phone did a crazy click, that click that I've heard before when you get your phone tapped. So, my only outlet here, because everybody else here, they think I'm crazy, but I know the Coast family doesn't believe that, and I know that we're out to seek the truth. And George, synchronicity once again. And I'm going to send you an email. Matt Deep, check it out, Coast Insider and Coast Family. I'm here for you, and I know you're there for me, too. So take care, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Matt. I mean, is there anybody out there who could explain, and don't tell me about Islamic law, is there anybody out there who could explain why we would dump Osama bin Laden's body in the sea at this time? At this time. I mean, nobody wanted the body. Saudi Arabia doesn't want it. Nobody wants it. But why dump it out to sea at this time? To me, it's a criminal investigation. You keep it. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's a bigger picture here. Las Vegas, Nevada we go. Randy, welcome to Coast to Coast. Hey, Randy.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just perplexed tonight. It's bizarre.
Well, I have been researching information too hot for TV and too sensitive for the media for a very, very long time. And I can honestly tell you, number one, conspiracy is not a theory.
Probably not. There's probably a lot of truth to it.
It's not a theory, George. There's an incredible mountain of